said Rasmus Hojlund is low on confidence at the moment, and it's clear that from what we're seeing so far. But at what point do you turn around and say, okay, the Rasmus Hojlund experiment isn't working anymore? I mean, 27 games, right, in the Premier League, 3 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, sorry, 4 assists, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, 1 assist. There you go. I thought I got that wrong, but apparently it's worse than what I thought.
It's not good enough. But to be fair to him, he doesn't get a lot of chances in most games. He's had a couple of chances again today. But I just think he's still, it's the basics. He's wrestling again first half against the centre half and not bringing the ball down and bringing people into play, holding it up, allowing the team to catch him up when they are in defensive positions. You see the young lad, Obi Martin, come on second half and hold the ball up quite well. Didn't quite get a lot of service. So
here's the question.
Get caught in between.
At what point do you say this is the end of the experiment?
Well, I don't think it's about... They've got no one else, have they? They possibly should have bought someone in January. But you look back at United teams that were successful. You've got like Teddy Sheringham, Dwight York, Andy Cole, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You've got options that can come off the bench and change the game and score your goal up front. You've got Xerxes, who's not necessarily a number 9 and been injured a lot. And you've got Hojlund. And then you're going to young lads who are untried and untested. So,
but do you give him another season and be like, okay, let's try again? Because Paul Scholes came out in midweek and said he just doesn't suit the system. It doesn't suit Man United.
Well, I don't think you sell him because I don't think you're going to get a lot of money for him. And he's a young lad and he has got potential. I think you buy in a decent striker and put him in fits and starts. You don't have him as your main number 9. You have him as someone that comes in the smaller games, if you like.
I think you have to look at, well, what comes first? Is it individuals perform well and then the team succeeds? Or does the team start to function and then the individuals perform within that? And for me, it's the team has to start to function. And Amorim has not got the team functioning. You know, he's stuck with his beliefs that we're going to basically play this 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1, however you want to look at it. And it hasn't functioned. So it's hard for individuals to be successful within a team that's not functioning. So I think we have to look to judge Manchester United and Amorim on next season now. But it's another season that has slipped past. And you know, from a United perspective, that's bordering on unacceptable. I think most fans would say it is unacceptable.
I think in terms of the number 9 role, Rasmus Hojlund was brought in with this big potential, right, from Atalanta. He was brought in not to be the current number 9. He was brought in for the future, maybe in a couple of years' time. But he doesn't have that elite or that senior number 9 for him to kind of work off or at least learn from, to get the pressure off him as a young player coming into the Premier League. So when you say they should go out and get more attackers, are you saying go out and get an elite striker, someone that first of all, lead the line well, and Rasmus can take a back seat and maybe learn from it and get that pressure off him, and Xerxes as well, who's still quite young himself?
I would say so, yeah. It's a difficult one because you want to go out and get this elite striker, but you're not an elite team to supply him. So you're going to have to get someone that's going to possibly create their own chances at times. And I think Amorim's a really intelligent manager, and I think the way he sets his system up, I think he tries to work on overloading certain areas of the pitch so that it leaves other people free into space, into channels and into runs. And I just don't think, I'm not sure whether Hojlund reads it or understands it or does it or is able to do it. But he never seems to, he always seems to be wrestling. He never seems to have space or create time for himself. We saw he did a great little turn on the halfway line today, created a chance for himself and then gets caught in 2 minds as whether to square it, whether to go and shoot, and ends up getting caught in possession and get tackled. So it's difficult to see where the positives are at the moment. But it was always going to be like that this season. Amorim didn't want to come in now. He knew it was going to be messy. He knew it was going to be horrible. And I think because we scrutinise them week after week, and it's the same, we talk about the same stuff every week, and it just becomes a bit monotonous. And I think I agree with Gary, you've got to look at it next season. Yeah,
because, you know, as I go back to the point I made, the team has to function before individuals can be successful. You know, we talk about the chicken and the egg side of things. For me, it isn't which comes first. We know, in my opinion, what comes first. The team has to function. And Amorim has not got the team to function at the moment. Now, maybe he has slightly the wrong personnel available to him, or not the right personnel available to him. And I can't, well, that's not going to change until they make some changes with the squad in the summer.